Hello, my lovely viewers. Welcome back to Miss Independent Yugi. Thank you for always turning in and thank you for always keeping on our lovely channel. Today, I want us to talk about the best positions for women. What do women really like? Men out there who don't know what women like. There is always what a woman likes, and actually, it's what I will start with, what I can call what her favorite. Because you can ask her and she may not have an idea about it. She will tell you, okay, maybe I don't know, maybe anything makes me or turns me on or makes me orgasm or what. But to tell you the truth, she at least have an idea of what at least gives her that pleasure. So we shall start with one style or one position that will be her favorite. She chooses. You give her the chance to choose what she likes. You give her the authority, the power, and let her choose and let her tell you, at least explore her mind and know what she likes on her body. Then our second position, I'll be sharing with you 10 positions or 11. Yeah, 10 or 11. Okay, 10 plus her favorite, that will make it 11. The second one, we are going to talk about the missionary. Missionary may sound like a little bit old-fashioned, and it's so popular. Everyone knows missionary. Who does not know missionary? I don't know, because everyone knows it. The missionary style is so good because it gives the woman the authority over her body. It gives me the power to control my body since I'm lying on my back and you're on my top. So it gives me the power to control my the power to control my body. So it's one of the best positions for women during intimacy or during sex. So let's move on to our third position, and the third position is going to be the cowgirl. Cowgirl is when a woman is on top, the man gets to lie on his back, then the woman will be on top. Cowgirl is also very good for women because it gives them power to control what to put in or out, like how much am I putting in. If I want deep penetration, I will go deep, and if I want medium, that is how I'll go. If I want small, that is how I'll go. So I get to control the penetration, I get to control the speed, I get to control the thrusts you are taking in, speed, medium, slow. So it's also one of the best positions for women. And in the line of cowgirl, I want us to talk about the reverse cowgirl. The reverse cowgirl is the opposite of cowgirl. This, in cowgirl, she sits facing you, and in reverse cowgirl, she will sit with giving you her back, like she sits but facing your toes or your legs, and you just seeing her back. You can't see her face, like back off, like you seeing her back. That's how it is. Then she'll be riding you, and it's so pleasurable because it gives me also the pleasure I want, and it makes a woman, if she wants to play with her clitoris, to play with it. If she wants anything, the penetration, the thrust, same thing as cowgirl, just that the reverse, it is opposite of the other, that I just turn my back on you and then face the other side. In the same line, I want us to talk about the cat. This one gives a woman it gives sorry about that. It gives the woman the authority again over her body. It's the same as missionary, but this one you have to put your hips up. You will need to use a pillow. You put a pillow on her back while she's lying facing up, and the hips will get up. So it is called hips up missionary, or it is called cat. It's the same thing as missionary, but a little bit elevated, because you have to put a pillow on her back, then between her the back here and the hips, I mean the bum, the hips. Then the hips have to be high, and this will give the man a deeper penetration, and it will also be allowing the woman to have, like, for you to be, to have, how can I say it, contact with her clitoris. The man on top, and is rubbing all these parts, the clitoris, the valves, then it's penetrating the threads, and it's giving them a deeper penetration. So this is what I want to say, that this technique is so good that it gives you a lot of friction. It brings about a lot of friction because of the thrusting and the sorry, and the penetration. But as much as you are grinding, rubbing, and using your hips, you have to at least make sure you are doing these things in the same line. Like, you're doing the grinding, you are thrusting, you are doing the penetration, and you are doing the foreplay. Because I always talk about, when I'm talking about sex, I always talk about foreplay. A lot of us do not mind it, or we don't give it a lot of time. Most especially men rush. You rush because for you want to go do your thing and you ejaculate, and that's all. You tend not to care, and the foreplay is so good and so important during sex. So another one, I'll talk about the doggy style or rear penetration. The doggy style, the woman you have to penetrate her from the rear or from behind, and then enter her and start doing your thrusts. But she will have to be in a position of a kneeling position, and then give you the like a dog, how a dog is. This is the picture. Put a picture of a dog, how it stands. You have to be kneeling on your thighs, on your knees, and with your legs, I mean with your hands down, and that's how it is done. This is so good because it gives a woman control. Since my legs are all together, they are tight and together, so it gives me the control over my V, that I can tighten it if I want, and this gives me pleasure. When I tighten it, I can feel the pee inside me. Another style I want us to, let's talk about the oral sex or flat on back. What is oral sex? A lot of women love oral sex because it gives us pleasure and it puts us on a high note. It takes us up on the cloud nine. And in oral sex, what I mean is the man in most cases does not get to enjoy. I get to enjoy, or the woman enjoys more, because the man has to focus on me, and he will be using his tongue. He can use his tongue, he can use his hands, he can use his thighs to rub my clitoris or to suck my V part. And in most cases, you have to focus on the clitoris while doing the romance. You have to romance her well, the tits, the toys, under the feet, everywhere. That is very sensitive. You have to pay attention to it. Then this is what we call oral, or we call it flat on back. This is most especially done when the woman lies down on her back, and then you can be in between her legs, and you can do whatever you want to do. Another one we're going to talk about is the spooning, which is side by side rear entry. In the spinning position, it gets to be 2 spoons. That means we have a big spoon and a small spoon. The man is always the big spoon, and the woman plays the part of the small spoon. They are sleeping on the bed and facing the same side. The woman first, then the man behind her, and he will be penetrating behind her. This position, a lot of women love it because it's so good for them and it makes them climax. It can even give you an orgasm. It's good when you're having a headache. It's good when you don't feel like having it. It's peaceful. That is what I can say. You don't have to stress a lot, you don't have to put in energy, you just have to lie there, and then the man does all the work. So this is it. I don't know how many positions I've given you so far, but let's talk about the chair 6, or woman on top. This one you have to get a chair, because we can, maybe a woman might like to use it, or might like, let's do it like this. You have to get a chair, but the best chair is the one without arms. Let's say like one for dining table. Those chairs, how they are. Then you can get one. Then you get to sit on this chair, and the woman sits on top of you. You both sitting, but you sitting facing each other on the same chair. So she's on top and she's riding you and grinding. Let our last position be standing on the walls, or we can call it face to face. This one you have to stand on the wall, and that is the woman on the wall. Then the man comes and pushes her over the wall. You can, it depends if he has the energy, you can lift your woman up a little bit, then you thrust, or you enter, you penetrate her, and you start having it while standing. This one, it's also very, very good. The man stands and carries you when you are on the wall. Your body is supported by the walls, and he's holding your legs and thrusting in and out, or penetrating in and out. This is where I will end, and if you have any style you love or any position you love, you can drop it in the comment section. If you want me to talk about anything, please feel free to drop it in the comment section too for me. I love you. Stay tuned. If you haven't subscribed, please do consider subscribing to our channel, and comment, like, and share. Then my returning subscriber, thank you for keeping on.